PBD. I'm not going to let you just bulldoze my argument here for a second.
I understand
because there's a lot of people out there that don't.
Adam, I understand what you're saying.
You do because you're smart.
You're 45 years old. You don't own a house.
I'm a multimillionaire.
Yeah, you're not a multimillionaire. You're not sitting there like absolutely on top of the world. The average person isn't you. The average person isn't you.
But they can be me.
No, that's not the best life.
Says who?
Says who?
You're saying having millions in the bank is not a good thing?
You think the fear of commitment to building something?
No. Okay,
no. What?
Go ahead. What are you about to say?
Go ahead. What are you about to say?
What are you about to say?
Why don't you own a house?
Because it's way better to rent.
For who?
For me.
You think for you it's better to rent?
100%.
You think it's good for you?
Because I'll give you numbers.
Yeah.
Somebody's lying. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Robert here. I'll say this. I am a big fan of a lot of things that he stands for because he's about family. He's about folks working, being productive. I'm going to react to this video today because, in my opinion, this is where a lot of you miss the mark by listening to certain folks on the internet. The first thing that I want to point out to you is the age of the gentleman that PBD is talking to. Secondly, you have to understand who you are, okay? One thing I will give Adam is he knows himself. He's saying it's good for him. Number three, the average person or the majority of the people aren't him. And they're not him because of some of the things that he's doing that most folks aren't going to do. So this is going to be a great one. You guys stay tuned to the end. And then we all can give our opinion on how we feel about buying versus renting.
Home buying. Go with cold, clear logic and rent. I mean, I am for the renting if you're building something up. And that's what I did. I had $500,000 cash in 2009. And I said, I'm going to put it into business instead of buying a house. And 4 years later, I bought a house. And then that made me money. And then I flipped and went and bought a house in Plano. That made me money. And then we eventually moved out here. And when we moved to Florida, we first rented for the first 6 months. And then we bought a house.
I fully agree with you that if you're building something, you should rent. And you could use basically the difference to build your business. I would make the argument that you don't have to be building a business. You could be building yourself. You are your own business. You are your number one asset.
So I too agree with both gentlemen in that if you're younger, let's give it an age, say 22, assuming that you went to college or some type of trade or technical school to get yourself into the workforce, or maybe you didn't, but let's say 22 to 28. Okay. If you're a younger person and you're either investing in yourself, trying to establish who you are, your likes, your wants, understanding what money really is, creating a budget, it may not be time for you to purchase a home. We're talking about the majority, not the anomaly. Some of you guys are extraordinary at what you do. Shout out to you. But for the majority, that time frame, you're really grown. Here's the deal. I make free videos for you. I actually know what I'm talking about. And if you implement, it will help you and or your family get onto the property ladder. The only thing I ask is that you hit that subscribe button and the notification bell. My point is this, that may not be the time for you to buy, okay? And as they said, you want to be investing in yourself and or businesses. But then let's really look at it. How many of you that are older, say 40 plus, when you were that age, you were investing in yourself in that manner or had a business? That's not the majority. And so this is a trap that a lot of people get into. The good thing now is this though. We're in this age, we're given this information. So 22 to 28, stay at home as long as you can. While you're at home, that's not an opportunity for you to continue to YOLO, but to devise a plan while you have some help, some support, okay? You need to save as much money as you can, not spend it. While you're at home, take on some of the bills, or at minimum, understand what it takes to run a household, okay? This is time well spent. And you don't have to be in FOMO mode, fear of missing out, because you're preparing yourself so that when you do form a household, are you really investing? And if not, build that muscle. But if we use that runway in a wise manner, then you'll be prepared.
I don't think it's a good idea. But
Because I've
here's-
taken all the money I've saved and I've bought Bitcoin. I've invested into my 401k.
Yeah.
I've invested into ETFs. I've invested into index funds. And the money I would have made buying, which historically is what, 3 to 5%, I've made 10, 20, 50, 100%.
Yeah. I get
That's
you.
math,
Yeah,
PBD. You're a stats guy, you're a math guy.
America
Tell me
is
where I
not
went wrong.
You.
And America,
Let me ask
and
you-
America's broke.
Let me ask you a
Most
question.
Americans are dumb,
Let me-
fat, broke, losers.
Let me ask you a
and they're
question.
trying to improve.
Okay,
and I'm
back
giving them
to that.
solutions. And you're like, no,
Are you
buy a
are you
house. But you just said don't buy a
Are
house.
you ever planning on owning a home?
Eventually, yes.
Why is that?
Eventually,
No, the people that are watching, they want to grow. For a phase, I get it, to rent. I wrote the article. I said what I stood for. Then, when later on, when you decide to have a family, wife and kids, security matters, community matters, protection matters, many different things matter. Finances matters, write-offs matter. There's a lot of other arguments on the opposite side.
I made that argument.
I know. I'm
I
telling
said
you.
if you're young and single, don't do it. If you're married and have a family, you may want to
but
consider
young
it.
and
Did I not
single.
say that?
Bro, you're not young.
I'm giving advice
Yeah.
to people out
You're
there.
saying if you're young and
You
single.
don't think we have 25-year-olds who are watching this
Dude,
being like,
you're
yeah, I'm thinking about buying a
19
house.
years away from getting Social Security.
So let's give them credit for investing. Let's give them credit for putting money in Bitcoin. I'm assuming at a time where the valuation was really low. But the question you have to ask yourself is that you? Are you that type of person? Okay. Let's give him credit for taking advantage of 401ks, ETFs. We need to participate in those things. But as PBD has to keep reminding him, this is a Gen Xer. You feel me? This dude 45. Okay. He's not young. And you're talking to a younger audience. And you probably don't want to offend people, but you see what he really thinks of you. And so my question is, do you want to be the 45-year-old gigolo? You see what I'm saying? I guess it ain't tricking if you got it. So I guess he has it, but sounds like trick behavior to me. I digress. So is it all about money on or in a bank account? Or as PBD is saying, what I hear him saying is this: what have you invested in? What have you taken the time to show accountability to? I hear a lot of I, and if that's how you want to live, cool. But here, listen to the old man. If you keep living, you're gonna get older, and you might find yourself by yourself. So if that's not you, not my people that I'm talking to people that are family oriented. And like PBD said, there's a time in life where you're looking for security, community, and then some of the financial benefits that come from home ownership, they're going to come, but that's not why you buy. Okay. Maybe you've had a death in the family. You have to downsize. That's a cycle of life. Maybe you have a newborn as a result of a family that you've created, household formation. There's a lot of other things that really don't show up on a balance sheet. They show up on this sheet. I really want to know how you feel about this issue. And here's the challenge. Let's give some solutions. There's a lot of you guys out there that are negative Nancy's and Nolans. Let's make it balanced. You sensitive about everything. Well, take that sensitivity, take that energy, and then provide a solution to what you feel the problem is. Don't just complain. Okay? That's my challenge to you. So get down in the comment section. Let us know what you think. If you want help getting onto the property ladder and you need someone to simplify the home loan process for you by evaluating where you are, matching you with a loan that's good for you today, and thinking about your exit strategy for your family, consider reaching out to myself and my team. My contact information is pinned in the top comment and the description below. So my time is up. I thank you for yours. As I always say, let's be good to one another. Let grace abound. And until the next time, indeed.